Charlie listened beside him, and couldn't help but admire Philip. Philip's remark just now seemed to be a demonstration of weakness, but it was actually a demonstration to them. He deliberately talked about how he led the group to advance by leaps and bounds in the past 20 years. On the surface, he wanted to make everyone think about the old feelings, but in essence, he was reminding this group of people that in the past 20 years, he was able to lead the group to advance by leaps and bounds. In the next 20 years, he can still make this group develop rapidly. If this group of people wants to exclude him, they must consider the actual situation of the group's development in the past 2 decades, and who can do better than Philip. This group of people realized it instantly. Originally, they wanted to elect second child of GU family, Yenjung, as chairman together. However, after Philip's reminder, they couldn't help but revisit the game. In the past 2 decades, Yenjung's performance in the group has found that this person has not actually made any outstanding achievements, and can only be said to be in the middle distance. Therefore, his overall strength is far worse than his brother. That being the case, why should everyone squeeze out the current chairman of the board and let a second child with poor ability take the post? When the second child fooled everyone, he said that the boss was about to die. But now, the state of the boss looks so good. It doesn't look like a person who will die in a short time. And everyone believes that he can live for another 20 to 30 years in his state. Therefore, at this moment, the hearts of those small shareholders have already turned their backs. They decided to continue to support Philip as chairman, because only he can lead everyone to make more money. When Charlie saw this, he couldn't help but admire. Uncle's hand was nothing short of 1,000 kilograms. At this time, Yenjung felt sad. The eldest brother is really the eldest brother, and a few words can wipe out all the efforts he has made over the past few months. The key is, how did he get rid of the illness? In just one night, he changed from a person who looked like he was about to die to a healthy person. This is, what AHLL. Thinking of this, he suppressed the anger in his heart and asked, Chairman, although I am your brother, but out of responsibility to the entire group, I still have to ask, how is your condition now? Yang on the side also came to assist. Yes, Chairman, as you know, the GU Group is a super large group with a comprehensive market value of more than 1 trillion. There are many listed groups under it, most of which have a market value of more than 10 billion or more than 100 billion. We must be responsible for all shareholders and investors. What will the group do if you die one day? What should we do? What about shareholders? Philip wiped out a smile on his expression, and said calmly, Good question, I actually want to solemnly report to you about my physical condition. As he said, he cleared his throat and said with a smile, I did suffer from pancreatic cancer before. Domestic hospitals have relevant medical records, and overseas hospitals also have my major medical records. This is definitely not a fake. Immediately, he sighed and continued. Initially I thought I was running out of time, but sometimes life is twisting many times. The tumor on my body disappeared miraculously, so now I have regained my health again, and everyone should be able to see that my condition is much better than before. So don't worry, I will definitely lead the GU Group to the next glory. When Philip finished speaking these words loyally and vigorously, other people heard this as if they had taken a reassurance pill immediately. Not only were they relieved a lot, and even an excited smile filled their faces. A few people even clapped involuntarily. As a result, everyone else happily applauded and agreed. Everyone participates in the GU Group, in the final analysis, to make money, and they don't want to engage in gangs and intrigues, they just want to follow the person who can lead them to make money, nothing more. Since a miracle happened to Philip and his serious illness has been healed, why not continue to support him, stand by his side and make more money with him under his leadership? Is not it the best approach? The expressions of Yenjung and Yangang were suddenly ugly to death. After carefully preparing the plan for such a long time, could it be completed right after the first step? This feeling is really uncomfortable. It is as if you have been practicing martial arts for decades in order to challenge the leader of the martial arts, thinking that I am invincible in the world. As a result, when he arrived in front of the leader of the martial arts only made one move and he was completely defeated. The blow to the two of them was tremendous. At this time, Yanzheng was still unwilling to admit defeat. He sternly said, "Big brother. You don't want to take everyone here. How can advanced pancreatic cancer be cured? Do you think we are all 3-year-old children? Didn't Apple's jobs also leave? You said now that you are healed, who believes it? In case you are playing tricks on everyone, when the time comes for investors to know, they will completely lose confidence in the stock price of our group, and the stock price will collapse all the way." Philip was not angry either. He stood up and turned around and asked with a smile, "Second, you see for yourself, is my current state like I'm sick?" Yanzheng played a rogue, and said, "What's the use of seeing? My eyes are not court. I can't see where the tumors on your body are. Maybe you are looking back." Philip snorted coldly, suddenly raised his hand, and slapped his hand to Yanzheng, who was sitting on the left-hand side. There was a pop in the conference room, loud and crisp, and even a few echoes were formed in this huge conference room. He was slapped with a Venus star in his eyes. The tremendous force made him lean back uncontrollably. Then his chair lost balance and fell to the ground with a loud noise. Yang Gang, the third sitting next to him, hurriedly stepped forward to help.